Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made a new pick a card read for you. This time it's what's coming up next in your love life. So I've made 3 readings here. It's a timeless reading whenever you get into it's good. The crystal, the flower, and the shell. Each one of them has got a deeper dive. That's an extended reading that goes with it. So if you find that it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, I'll be popping a link for it up there toward the end of these readings. And you can also find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. And that's where you can also find your timestamps to fast forward to your reading. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Which one would you like? Would you like the crystal? And the crystal is out with the Foxfire card. Passion. Or would you like the flower? And the flower is about sharing your wisdom, having a deep talk with someone about what you've learned. Or the shell, and the shell is out with a fleeting beauty, perhaps a fling, huh? Take your pick now. Don't forget to click like on this video down there as you're watching, and click on that subscribe button with that notification bell to hear more from me. I do a daily energy update for the collective every single day of the year. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I give mini reads. You can book in for one of those mini reads beforehand. Pop a link for it up there. And even if you can't make it live to watch your mini read, I will send you a link to that show so you can watch the replay and get your mini read that way. So anyone can have them now. I also make 3 of these Love Pick card reads a week, and I offer private readings as well from my website, BeHealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below, and also one up there too. And so enjoy your reading. I'll see you in there. So if you chose the crystal, then let's find out what's happening in your love life next. So what's coming up next in your love life? Let's see. Now, as usual, crystals is going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, we'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get your cards out and find out what's coming up in your love life next. Things been stagnant for you at the moment. You've got sunlight after darkness. If it's been stagnant or if it's been hard times for you in your love life, then there's good things coming up next for you. Oh, you've got passion, Foxfire. You've got some passion coming in. Good times ahead for you in your love life, so don't despair if things have been stagnant, because I was picking that up pretty strongly if it's been stagnant for you. Okay, tell us more. What's coming up next in Crystal's love life? What can they expect next in their love life? Crystals. Night magic. Something happening, perhaps in the evening. A little bit of magic. This could be you meeting somebody new, but it's at night time. It's in the evening. A bit of night magic going on there. Could be going on a date or something like that. A bit of passion. Let's see. Let's get deeper into it. Empathy. There's more than beneath the surface. You could have a connection with someone here, an empathic connection with somebody. A lot going on beneath the surface. Connection with someone, perhaps if you're on a night out or something like that. Let's get into it. What can crystals expect in their love life next? What have we got here? We've got the Knight of Wands. Yeah, passion. So someone coming in with passion. Could be someone that's very attractive. You find it very attractive and they find you very attractive too. A lot of passion on the table here now. What else? 3 of Swords. Something disappointing, something that breaks your heart. That's not what we want to hear. What else? 3 cards coming out at the same time now. Queen of Pentacles. You're the stable one. 5 of Pentacles. Doing things by yourself. And someone from the past comes in. Okay. Something from the past, or someone from the past, or something from the past. As you were in the past, when you were stable and you were doing things alone, there's some energy about that. Let's get deeper into it because it's not making much sense to me now, but I'm sure it will once we get the clarifiers out. So the Knight of Wands, you've got someone coming in passionately here, someone that you're going to be very attracted to and them very attracted to you. The Page of Materials, it's the start of new things. It's stuff of dreams, stuff that dreams were made of, so stuff that has you imagining a future with this person, imagining like more with them. Page of Materials, very much the start of something. You've got a new person coming in here that you're going to be very attracted to. A lot of passion there. Yeah, it's definitely a new person there. Movement into balance and changes, and it brings you more into balance. They bring some change into your life, so brings a bit of excitement. That night magic, it could be. Then you have like a love life. Then you have like someone to date. Then you have like someone to hang out with in the evenings, and that changes your life balance somewhat. It moves you more into balance. So yeah, definitely this is for you guys that have been stagnated kind of thing. Your life's been a little bit boring because you've not had anything going on in your love life. But what is this Three of Swords here? Something heartbreaking. Ace of Emotions. Falling in love. Huh? I don't understand why it's the Three of Swords then. Ace of Emotions is feeling great. Or maybe it's from the Three of Swords to the Ace of Emotions. Ace of Emotions is falling in love and it's feeling great and it's feeling like on top of the world. Could be gushing with energy, you know, wanting to tell your friends, everyone that you know about this person. Yeah, it's probably from heartbreak to that. Otherwise, it makes no sense. Three of Swords and the Ace of Emotions makes no sense unless you're moving from one energy to the other. So if things have been stagnant and if you've been a little bit heartbroken, feeling like you're kind of left on the shelf kind of thing, then you're not going to be feeling like that soon. Self-love. Okay. Perhaps you've been doing the self-love thing for so long, it's kind of breaking your heart that it's like it's just you that has to give you the love. It's not coming from anyone else kind of thing. Because I was feeling really strong about the stagnation for you guys. So what is this then? Six of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Emotions. It's sometime in the past when you're kind of very, very stable, but very much by yourself. That's been your past. Is that all changing now? Let's see. Oh, I've got the Six of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles out here for crystals. Yeah, the Hermit. It was when you were by yourself. So you spent a long time in this Hermit mode, right? That's the past. You're finding your own stability and walking that path alone, the Five of Pentacles. Confirmed by the Hermit, you've been alone, and that period by yourself has awoken you to many things. Now you're a different person now, so you're going to be a different person in relationship. So things in this new relationship that you've got coming in, it's going to be very passionate. You're going to be a different person. It's going to be different than your previous relationships because you found a new sense of stability by being by yourself. So that all of that time that you spent in stagnation alone and all of that kind of thing, you've awoken things inside of yourselves. That self-love journey that you've been on there. You're a different person now. So what I'm getting from this is it's saying you can expect a very different kind of a relationship because of that now. You're a different person than previously when you were getting into relationships before. So for those of you that are kind of scared of having reruns, having to look out for the same red flags, all of that kind of thing, I don't feel like you're going to have those experiences again. Home is behind that. So finding like a stability inside of yourself. You've got a stability now, so you don't trip up in the same ways that you did before in relationships. It's getting a bit deep. Okay, let's find out more. What's coming up for crystals in their love life? If you could do anything, what would it be? Now I feel like this is someone asking you, if you could do anything, what would it be? I feel like someone's bringing you a lot of passion and a lot of energy into your life and asking you what you want to do, what you want to be, that kind of thing. You know, when you meet someone new and then you have those high-level kind of conversations or that deep conversations about you and what you want from life. And it could be like inspiring you to bring up those deepest wishes that you've got, the things, they want to know what's in your heart. And what you want to do, and if you could be anything, what would you want to be? And if you could live anywhere, what would you want to live? Those kind of conversations, you know, and balance. This person is bringing you a lot of balance into your life. Love is not just always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So it's not all going to be sweetness and light. They're going to be challenging to you, but that's what you want in a relationship, right? A mixture of that, a good balanced relationship. They could be a fire sign. You don't have to be, but there's certainly going to be a lot of passion between you. And an empathic connection as well. So they could be like a healer type too, and a strong sense of empathy. So a very strong bond, but there is a lot of passion there. We've got a bit of earth energy and water energy on the table. Well, in fact, we've got all of it. We've got air energy there too. And full moon in Cancer. At first you might be afraid, but those fears are going to dissolve. And it feels like this person is going to alleviate your fears. So yeah, it could be quite fearful at the start of this person, especially if there's a lot of passion around it. Okay, what else? I don't mean fearful of this person, like scared of this person. I just mean like afraid to get into a relationship, afraid of looking ahead, and you know, this page of materials kind of an energy, imagining it to be something. You might have done that before, and you know, it not worked out, so you're kind of afraid to do that again. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of passion, a lot of fun. I do feel like you're going to have more varied life. They're going to bring you into balance. So, you know, if you're kind of busy at work in the daytime, but you don't do much in the evening because you've not had anyone much to do things with in the evening, that's all going to change, especially with that night magic card. I think you get quite busy in the evening. Got a spy here. They'll have their eye on you, watching out for you. It's someone that's going to be quite active in your life, so it's not going to be someone that's in and out. It's not going to be someone that like wants to date you once a week or something like that. This is someone that's going to keep you busy. Perhaps hitting your phone up quite a lot, you know, sending you a lot of messages, that kind of thing. Fun, flirty messages, a lot of passion. It could be a bit dirty. You might want to stop those messages from coming up on your phone screen when you're at work. That kind of stuff. Falling in love. Wow. Well, as the Ace of Emotions said that, you're going to be falling in love and floating on air. Wow, does it get any better than that? So you're going to be feeling so good very soon. In that deeper dive, we'll be getting a timing card out and find out when all this is going to happen for you. Let's get some more cards out for you, though. Okay. Ask for help. This person will want to help you, and they'll be asking for you. Like this one said, they'll want to know what you want to do, where you want to go, where you've always wanted to visit, all of those kind of things. And they'll want to help you. They'll want you to ask for that help. They'll want you to tell them what it is that you want from them, kind of thing. And like attracts like. Very strong connection with this person. Beautiful. Okay, let's get some message cards out for them, from them. So this new person, tell us, what do they want to say? This new person for crystals, what do they want to say? I wish I could take it back. Things from the past. Doesn't feel like in connection with you. I'm very much getting that they're new to you, this person. But things in their past they wish they could take back. Perhaps previous relationships, but it might just be life choices that they made. They wish that they could have a rerun. I mean, that's someone that learns from what they've been through, right? I think a lot of us, if we could take things back, if we could make different decisions, then we would, but then we wouldn't, because we wouldn't have learned those lessons, right? To even know, to make the decision in the first place. So, but it's a sign of someone that's learning from their life, rather than someone that keeps on repeating the same old mistakes. I still have growing to do. But they're kind of humble too. They've grown, they've learned, but they're quite humble too, and they know where they're at and still have some growing to do. So this is someone that's very much on their growth path, aware of their growth path, and kind of aware of what they do know and what they don't know. It's funny, I'm reading a book at the moment by Dr. Peter Attia, and yesterday I was just reading a part about, I can't remember what they call it now, but it's the curve of ignorance. I don't know I can't remember what its name is, but this curve goes like from the least you know to the most you know, and the confidence level is on that axis, and the people that know the least have the most confidence, right? And then as you get to know more about it, it dips back down, and then you know even more, and then it goes back up again. So you know that this person has got that humility, so they know that they've done that, right? And then they've dipped down and they're on the way up there, so they know they've got more growing to do. It's humble and it's nice, you know. This isn't someone who's all ego and it's like, I know everything even though they know nothing. I was pretending to be someone else in the past. They weren't living in alignment with themselves in the past, and it feels like that's what they want to wish they could take back, but they've grown so much, you see. So this could be someone that perhaps was very successful before, but wasn't really in alignment with them, or someone that was flashy before, you know, and that wasn't really them. Definitely someone that has got a past that isn't what they're living now. They've changed that. Tell us more. What do they want to say? What would they like to say? I feel lost without you. So once they're with you, they'll feel lost without you. This is someone that's going to be very much with you once they're with you. Could be someone that is very loyal, by your side. I was getting that with this spy card as well. They're going to be in your life, this person. This isn't someone that's going to want to... Well, they might want to take it slowly, but it's not someone that will, say, only go on a date with you once a week or once a month or something like that. I'm not getting that. This is someone that's going to be eager to be around you a lot. They'll feel lost without you. So you're going to get a strong bond quite quickly with this person. Divine counterpart. Wow. So much in common. Like attracts like. Wow. Okay. Rose-colored glasses. You're both going to be in this, falling in love. We all do, right? That's what falling in love is about. In rose-colored glasses, seeing the best of each other at first. We all do that. So, yeah, very much this floating on air, falling in love is what you got coming in. And it feels like someone that's going to come in. Well, we'll see in that deeper dive. But it could be someone that comes in by meeting them while you're out in the evening or something like that. But that night magic could be that they're bringing a lot of nighttime and evening time activities into your life to balance your life up there. So if that sounds like it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. Now in the deeper dive, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in. So is this something for you to do or somewhere for you to go to meet this person? What's your guidance right now? And guidance for you guys in this relationship. So what are the dynamics between you? In relationship once you're together? How can you make that work really well? Are there any red flags to look out for? And how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now that email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the crystal on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Leave me a comment, click on the subscribe button with that notification bell, and if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive for even more on this, then I'll see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the flower, then this one's for you. Flowers, let's find out what's coming up next in your love life. What can you expect next in your love life? What's going to happen? Let's see. As flowers, as usual, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. So if you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get straight into it. What's coming up next in your love life? Sharing your wisdom. Could be talking about communication here with somebody, sharing your wisdom. So you could be talking to someone from the past here. This could be a past relationship and talks with them about what you went through or something like that. Sharing your wisdom about that. Perhaps after a break with somebody, and the space between you has allowed you to fresh insight, and so you've got something more to say to them now. Sharing your wisdom with them. Patience. You're going to have to be patient with somebody here. It does feel like someone from the past. It feels like someone that you've been on a break with. Perhaps there was some kind of conflict with them before, and you've got a fresh perspective on it now. Some wisdom to share since you last saw them. Now this could be someone from long ago. Could be someone coming back from the past from long ago, where you were a different person. Perhaps you were insecure back then and it didn't go that well. You might be seeing someone again and have a new perspective on your relationship and want to talk to them about that. There's determination. Now, when you're with this person, you could have been quite determined, perhaps to have things your way. Oh, excuse me, hang on. Sorry about that. The cat was batting something around and I wanted to see what it was. It was the earring that I had up here and fallen out. So you could have been with this person when you were quite determined, perhaps quite in your masculine energy. It could have been when you were like moving ahead with career or something like that, and perhaps you didn't spend too much time on this relationship. You're quite ambitious, or perhaps this was them. They were determined and ambitious, and you were making kind of different choices in your life, or you both were. It could be when you were both focused on work and career and weren't putting relationships first, and perhaps that was the right way to be at that certain age group or whatever. I think you've got someone coming back from the past here, perhaps someone that you're in a long-term relationship with, or maybe not, but it could be someone that you could be within a long-term relationship with, and looking back now, you're like, well, why didn't I stay with that person, or why wasn't I with that person? They were right for me. I was just distracted at the time with all this ambition and stuff like that, and making choices. So you might be talking to this person again. You might come back in for you to talk to them again. The cat's being very disruptive. Excuse me. You want to go out now? In, out, batten the earrings about. Okay. The Chariot. You're going to be conflicted, pulled in two directions. With the Chariot card here, one horse goes in one direction, the other horse goes in the other direction. It shows like a mental conflict, being pulled in two directions. What else? The Queen of Pentacles. Well, you're pretty stable as you are. You've made something for yourself being the Queen of Pentacles. It might be time for you to nurture other parts of your life. Six of Cups, yeah, someone from the past. I felt it already. Why the Chariot? Why have you got conflict about this? Internal conflict, being pulled in two directions. The Four of Inspiration, marriage. Solid foundations. Tell us more about that. Someone that you hope to marry. Or someone that you could see yourself marrying now. You've got wishes about that, and it feels like someone from the past is like, now your mature self might be looking back at someone that you were with 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and you're like, might be like, that person was right for me, but I was too much focused on this or that, on my ambitions and stuff like that, instead of prioritizing relationships. Someone that you could have married. Or you're thinking now that you should have married them or invested more in that. There's solid foundations there, and it feels like those solid foundations are still in place. So like you knew this person deeply. Now this could be them like hopeful to marry you as well. You know, this could be on the other side. This could be someone that's been thinking about you, the same things, and is coming in determined to talk to you again and see movement into balance, because you've both changed since then. You've both got yourselves into balance. So it feels like you're both kind of very determined. You might have been really similar, in fact. You might have been both like focused on your career and gone in separate directions because it meant two locations or something like that. Or there could have been clashes or battles of ego or stuff like that around it, because you're both putting career in front of relationship. For relationship. Queen of Pentacles, you've got some stability now and an ability to nurture or put something else first is what it feels like, and the intuition as well. The High Priestess, Queen of Materials, same, Queen of Pentacles. So you've got that, a level of success, that you've got space now in your life to prioritize relationships. And this could be the wisdom that you're gaining and what you'll want to share with them too. Intuitively, you can look back and you can see how you weren't stable before, striving for something to prove yourself or something like that. And you could have been quite in your ego in the past when you knew them. So it feels like you've got a big talk to have with someone here. They could be thinking about you in this way and coming back in to talk to you, or you might bump into them. The sexual energy behind it as well. So you had quite a passionate relationship with this person previously. A lot of connection there, but not a lot of connection in other ways, but kind of mirror. I'm feeling kind of mirror images of each other. So both kind of focused on your career more than relationship. It's someone from your past. Six of Cups. Someone from your past, the Six of Cups. You could be reminiscing with this person. Someone that loves you. They loved you right. They loved you properly. There was no lack of love there. There was a lack of being on the same page though, or I don't know, I think you were on the same page, but sometimes like if you're like, I'm putting my career first and they're the same, I'm putting my career first, that's when there can be a division. So this person loved you and you're going to feel that, you're going to feel the love. Now, this could be someone that you told yourself after the breakup that they didn't love you, that they didn't love you properly in the first place, but you're changing your mind about that and realizing, actually, I did love them and they loved me too. There was no lack of love there. There was just a lack of prioritizing it, is what it feels like. Just a difference in priorities is what it feels like to me. If it doesn't come up in this reading, I'll get into the how they're going to come back in and perhaps more into who it might be, characteristics of them, so that you can figure out who it is. As well in that deeper dive read. There's emotional release behind that as well. The realization that you loved each other is going to bring a lot of emotions out. So you're not just going to be talking about sharing your wisdom and what your different perspective is now, but you're going to be talking about how much you loved each other, and it's that love is still there. It's going to be very emotional, an emotional release behind it. As I'm seeing in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like a couple embraced in a hug, crying, you know, the pain of you being apart for so long, of what happened in the past. You're going to be releasing that, the pain of what happened in the past between you. Whew, okay, it's going to be heavy. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. You're headed toward this already. It's soon to become a reality. I'll get the timing card out in that deeper dive read as well. Oh, I wonder who it is. Can't imagine who in my life it would be. Be real. So someone you can truly be yourself with. Someone that's pretty down to earth. You can be real with. There's no pretenses. You will have known each other really well. Perhaps a little bit too well. What I mean by that is perhaps a little bit too well. You could be your complete self around, and so you were. You know, no holds barred. You would say exactly what you meant. They would say exactly what you meant, and perhaps that's why there were clashes in the past too. I think you guys are very similar to each other, and that could be what caused problems, just with the lack of prioritizing the relationship. Someone that makes you feel very secure. And perhaps until it didn't. Now there's that patience card again. You're going to have to be patient with this. It's not going to be on straight away. This is going to be very emotional. A lot to talk about. You might just, you know, kind of date again. You know, get together a few times with time in between that to yourselves to integrate the emotions that will come out, because there's going to be a lot of emotions. So I'd forgotten about that. The patience card came out before. So you're going to feel secure with this person, but you're going to have to take it really slowly because it's going to be very emotional. And you'll need to tune into yourself as well and go like, am I getting caught up in this, or am I making a conscious decision to get back into this? So it could be someone that you had told yourself didn't love you or something like that in order to get over it more easily, because it's not true that they did actually love you. And you might need to deal with that too, you know, in the things that you made yourself believe things in order to let them go more easily, because it would have been very difficult to let this person go. Wow. Giving oneself and a dream come true. Your dreams are going to come true and you give yourselves to each other like this. This is really beautiful. Could be quite scary too, to get yourself to that position. But it's going to be your dreams come true, I think, for both of you when you give yourselves to each other. It feels like you both had your guard up to each other and neither of you would soften up. What else? Spend quality time together. You're going to be spending quality time together. Yeah, I feel that. And you could be going away for a few days together as well, just to like have time away and get to know each other again. Love who you are. They love who you are. that authenticity, that be real, you're real with each other to a fault is what I'm getting, is that you just tell each other, like best friends kind of thing. You just tell each other whatever about the other person too, so you could be quite cutting with each other. It's like you were both very familiar with each other is what it feels like here. You could have spent a lot of time together, living in each other's pockets kind of thing. But they love who you are. They just love you being yourself, you being real. Divine, delightful, and deserving all the wonderful things life has to offer. Could be ready to give themselves to you now. Well, spend quality time together and be patient with all of this. Let's get some message cards from them. It'd be interesting because there's someone from your past here. So what do they have to say for themselves? I'm planning on reaching out to you. So this is somebody who has been thinking about you lately, thinking about you again, thinking that they made a mistake. They're at a long distance right now, but they could be traveling towards you soon, because they're thinking, planning on reaching out. Not just thinking about it, the planning. So booking a ticket, that kind of thing. I've got goosebumps with that. Someone's booking a ticket to come and see you. You deserve better than me. They always thought that you deserve better than them. Interesting. So they put you on a bit of a pedestal here. They know they didn't treat you right in the past, that they should have put more into it. And this person's going to have a lot to say to you. What else? I wish you were here with me. They're longing for you now. They're really missing you and they're longing for you. Someone that perhaps has a relationship ended and then they're asking themselves what they really want, and all they keep on thinking of is you. Like you were the right one for them. You were the one. And if they'd only just seen it back then. But they had other priorities back then, and I think you did too. Telepathic bond. They're wondering if you feel it too, and that if you're on the same page as them. They've always felt connected with you. This telepathic bond. What else? I'm sending you loving energy. Can you feel it? This person's already switched on to you right now, planning on reaching out to you, booking a ticket to come and see you. And it feels like they're ready to kind of confront this and see where you're at. They're going to be wanting to spend a fair bit of time with you, but to take it slowly too, because this is big. This is really big. You already know this person very well. Wow, if that sounds like it is your story or could be a story or want it to be a story, you might want to get this deeper dive for even more. So in the deeper dive, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. So what's the guidance for you? Do you need to get ready for this person or what? Is there something for you to let go of or heal from with regards to this? So guidance for you right now, and you guys together, what are the dynamics between you? What can you expect in this relationship now? Are there any red flags to look out for still? And how can you make it work really well? And how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. Do check those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the curly flower, and on a device that you can open PDFs with. And in that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Leave me a comment. Click on the subscribe button with that notification bell. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive for even more, then I'll see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the shell, and this one's for you, shells, let's find out what's happening in your love life next. What can you expect next in your love life? Let's see. So as usual, shells, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get straight into it and find out what's happening next in your love life. Fleeting beauty, something short-lived, something really good, but short-lived. So it could be talking about a fling coming in, something that's not going to last, but very enjoyable. Could be someone very good-looking, someone you're very attracted to, someone unique, but it's more these two cards. Magic Maker and Peace. A bit of magic, a short-lived thing, but it brings some peace to yourself. Now, some of you this might be a fling, a short fling, a holiday fling, that kind of thing that's magic. Someone, that if you were in the same place, that you would definitely be together, but while you're just together for a week or however long it is, it's going to bring you a lot of peace because you've still got it, You still got it, and there are people out there that are aligned with you, even if circumstances have it that you can't be fully together always with this person. The short fling lets you know that you still got it, puts you at peace with yourself, or that shows you that there's someone available, there are people like that are good for you. Gives you direction. It'll give you direction, help you find your bearings and all of that. So you've got a short fling kind of a thing coming. Let's find out more about it. We've got the King of Cups, so someone that actually loves you. It's someone that loves you. It doesn't feel like they can be with you forever. It feels like a holiday thing to me. Holiday fling. Ships passing in the night, perhaps someone that you're working with, but they're just in your country or in your office for a short time. Or someone that's on holiday where you're living, or you're on holiday and you're having a holiday fling with them. Or for some other reason you can't be. You're only together for a short time. 7 of Wands, there's a need to kind of protect yourself, hold your own in this. And what else? It's not them. What else? So you're going to feel some good loving from this person, this King of Cups. 9 of Cups, your wishes come true. Make your heart very happy. It's short-lived, but it's really good for you. So the King of Cups, it's going to be like instant love kind of thing. One of those that it's easy, you really like them, you really get on together, and you know that if you lived in the same place, you would absolutely be together. But, perhaps they've got other stuff. I had one of those years and years ago. We had a fling, and it was so nice, and it's like, you would so be my boyfriend if we lived in the same place, but there was no way that we could, because he was very involved with his children. He couldn't really have a relationship. He was kind of full-time dad, and I wouldn't want to live where he was living to, and he would never move to where I wanted to be, or where I was, or where I wanted to be either. He was just there on holiday. So that was that. But I knew, it's like, we kept in touch, and it's like, we would so be together if we lived in the same place, but we can't. So that it is what it is kind of thing. King of Cups, they love you. The World, Knight of Materials. So there would need to be a complete chapter change, big change, in order to be together properly. The Knight of Materials say it could happen, but it would be really slow. But I think this is enough. It's enough as it is kind of thing. There might be the promise there that they could come back, or it could be something more than this, but it'd be very slow if it happened. So it's a short-lived thing. Enjoy it while it's there. There might be the promise of more later, or not the promise, the possibility of more later. Might not eventuate. If it does eventuate, it will be a long time off. There's complications in this for sure. Unlimited possibilities, but anything could happen, right? So you could feel really hopeful that this could be more, because it feels like an ideal relationship. Now, it's obviously coming into your life for a reason. It doesn't feel to me like it will be more, but it might be that precursor to that opens you up again and realizing you still got it, bringing you at peace with yourself because someone's shown up, even if it's for a short-term thing. Gets you into that optimism, which puts you in the right energy for someone new coming in. It could be that. 7 of Wands says you need to protect yourself. What's all this about? 7 of Wands, why? 8 of Voices and the Page of Emotions. Because Page of Emotions is the limerence. It's the card of limerence. It's the card of like falling in love, of like naively falling in love, and just like being a kid again and imagining like let's get married and have babies and all of that kind of thing, you know, on the first date or something like that. It's a very naive kind of a card. And so you could be a limerent person and you fall in love easily, and it's a kind of a trap. So you've got to be careful with this person not to fall too hard. That's why you need to protect yourself, because you could fall really hard on this person and it not eventuate too much. Like, enjoy it while it's here, but see it for what it is. See it for what it is, yeah. Divine timing. You see, it's perfect timing for this, but it's a short thing. Why do we have short things coming in like this? Well, the guides have told me sometimes it's just to get us in a different energy, right? So say if you've been unemployed for a long time and you're feeling down on yourself, you're feeling like you're losing skills, like who would want you now in the workplace kind of thing, and then you get like a short-term contract and you go back into an office and you're working on this short-term contract, maybe, you know, two weeks or something like that, but it gets you back into the flow of work and you realize, actually I do have a lot to offer. I was really good in there and I came up with ideas and I improved it. I went beyond my job. I'm like really valuable. Then you'd have a different mindset, and then with that new energy you're more likely to get yourself into a job, right? It's that kind of thing. It's like when we are, say, stagnant by ourselves alone for a long time, we get pessimistic, like there's nobody out there for me. I'm meeting a lot of people, but none of them are my match. Like, have I become too picky, or, you know, outgrown everyone or something like that? Then you have someone come in as a fling. It's a short-term thing. Why does that happen? Well, it's to change your energy, because then it gives you hope and you realize that you are lovable and that there are matches out there for you, and it brings you into this energy of hope. Like, there are people out there that will make me happy and all of that kind of thing. It shifts your energy and it makes you ready for the next one. 9 of Cups, unless it shuts you down because you become too pessimistic about it. So don't do that. You've got to protect yourself from like falling too hard for this person, because you want to be nice and open and positive and enjoying the experience and hopeful. Even for them coming back, even though it's a possibility, yes, it's a possibility, but open for the next, or them, or the next, you know. 9 of Cups is going to make you very happy. Page of Voices and Justice. It's like, yeah, someone like this. This is the kind of person that I've been looking for. So it's going to give you that kind of confirmation that what you want is out there, and eventually there'll be one with the right circumstances that'll come along. What's behind that is changes. Perhaps a few things need to change first. Yeah, so it could be like this or another. So you're going to have a fling. It's going to be very good. And they might come back and they might not. But then it could leave you in the energy of like, yeah, someone just like that. That was great. Now you know you're attracting that kind of a thing. It's like, yes, this one, they come back, or someone else. Keep on looking out there. Don't remain true to this person. Don't like be loyal to this person, unless they're making plans straight away to come back, like solid plans. And keep yourself available, because in that new energy, I feel like someone else could be coming in. Let's find out more. Happening next in Char's Love Life. Tell us more about this. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. So this person's really going to make you laugh. You're going to have fun together. Love is the greatest healer. So this is really going to be so good for you, this fling. I wonder how long it'll last. I'll find out in the deeper dive read for you, and when it's going to be and all of that kind of stuff. Attune to the divine and release your blocks. So it's going to help you release your blocks to relationship. It's going to help you open up this one and attune you to the divine. Nice. Attune to the divine and release your blocks. So some of you got blocks to being with someone, and this person's going to break those locks apart. Open you back up again. I found often in my life that when I've had, especially after long stints of being alone, I often have a fling before the next long-term relationship. Kind of opens me up. There's going to be sparks flying with this person, so a lot of attraction between you. And spy. Gain that energy. You've been looking for someone just like this. Someone just like this. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Especially with that spark too. Yeah, this person's a yes all over. It's just a shame that the circumstances aren't going to be right for it to be a long-term thing. It's a possibility, but I don't think it will be. I think this is an opener. I think this is a stepping stone, kind of a opener relationship for you. Short-term thing. It's very healing for you, especially after the past deceptions that you've been through and all of that kind of thing, right? So this one's going to be very healing for you, this relationship. So enjoy it while it lasts and have it bring you into that optimism. What else? Love who you are. Gonna love who you are, this person. Really into you. You really into them too. A lot of fun together. Yeah, try to enjoy it, and say if it's a week that you're together, try not to look forward too much to them leaving. Embrace your emotions. Could really get you into your heart again, this person, into your emotional self, feeling things. Lots of laughter, lots of fun, and all of that. Let's get some messages out from them. What do they want to say to you? I can see myself with you in the future. And I think they might say this to you. I think you're both going to feel this, you know. It's like if circumstances were right, we would be together. And there is that future kind of thing. If things change. But yeah, there is going to be this, you know, and you might feel closer to each other because you can't be together as well. When something kind of isn't possible, we'll have our guard up last, you know what I mean? Fights, arguments, and conflict. That could be where they've come from. Previous relationships, you know, like with this deception, I'm getting that that's past for you. You've been deceived by people before. Perhaps they've always been with people. There's been fights, arguments, and conflict rather than the fun and the stuff that's happening with you and the spark. The jealous and possessive. Okay, so it could actually be a great thing that you're having a short-term fling with this person, because they're not going to get into that energy. That could be a thing about them that causes fights, arguments, and conflict. I'll get into that in the deeper dive, because I'll go into, as part of that, I'll go into dynamics. If you two were together for the long term, what are the dynamics between you? Any red flags in there, amongst other things in there. But that, yeah, their jealous and possessive side, even though you might not see it because it's a short-term thing as it is, that could be what leads them to fights, arguments, and conflicts in relationships. What else? I wish you knew how grateful I am to have met you. So grateful to have met you, though, and I think you will be of them too. Please don't give up on me. They won't want you to let go, or dismiss the chance, the possibility of them coming back. So you might be a vision for them in the future, kind of thing. Something that leads them out of whatever position that they're in at the moment. You could be like that hope, that light at the end of the tunnel for them to make changes in their life. They won't want you to give up on them. And water under the bridge, stuff from the past, water under the bridge. Yeah. Jealous and possessive. If they've got stories for you about their exes, I would take heed of that, because I don't think they've changed. We'll see in that deeper dive anyway. If that sounds like it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get even more and find out more about this. In the deeper dive, in that extended reading, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. So getting ready for this, or is there something that you need to do, somewhere you need to go to meet this person? Guidance for you in this relationship. So if you guys were together long term, what would be the dynamics in this relationship? Any red flags there? What do you need to know about? How can you make it work really well? And how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, that email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. Do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the shell on a device that you can open PDFs with. And in that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, If it doesn't take you right away to a video, try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click on the subscribe button with that notification bell to hear more from me, and leave me a comment while you're down there too. Helps me out when you do that stuff, so thank you for that. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive, read for even more, and I'll see you in there very shortly.